There are still some scores to be settled in the second heat as the field approaches the rolling start. The starting order is according to the finishing order in the first heat, and it's Aberdein to the right of your picture with Funamava to the left. For the last time under these rules, we're in at the start of the race with Moss as he floors the throttle and pulls in next to Funamava. Through Continental Corner, and Moss takes second from Funamava. Now it's an Audi 1-2, and we'll really see the power and handling of these fantastic machines on a circuit that suits them like a glove. Number 2 is Aberdein, number 1 is Moss, and already they're pulling away from Funamava. This is the view from Patrick Seddon's Class D Opel, following close on the heels of class champion Charles Wilkins' Toyota Sprinter. Oh, and somebody's off. It's the Class B Opel record of Peter Lindenberg. He lost it as he came out of Quarry, and that's probably it for him. Down the back straight on lap 1, and Aberdein and Moss are pulling away from the opposition. Third is Ben Morgenrood, who started at the back of the Class A field and is past Funamava already. Gary Dunkley. And he's off. He goes on straight into the gravel on the outside of the hairpin. What could have happened? He seems to keep the engine running. He's trying to get back. George Verzeetnoot has passed. There's Charles Wilkin and Steve Wyndham in the Class C cars right behind Wilkin. Now Dunkley will have to get past these slower cars, but he shouldn't have too much of a problem doing that. Here's Aberdein and Moss again, and there can be no doubt about the supremacy of these two magnificent four-wheel drive machines here at Killarney. They really come into their own. Behind them, Morgenrood's in third, with what must surely be an unhappy Sarel Funamava in fourth position. He likes only one thing on a racetrack, and that's to win. Mind you, so do all of them. This is the Class B leader, and Willie Hepburn throws that big V8-powered Opel record around with gay abandon. Neville Rousseau once again keeps close tabs on him. Back with Patrick Seddon, second in Class D. He goes very wide coming into and through Quarry, and that's the reason why Brian Maunder from Cape Town's taken the East Londoner on, and he's determined to take second position from him. Let's watch them into Volkswagen, and yes, he has the line, took it, and Maunder is in second. Into the hairpin, and Aberdein takes the defensive line. Moss seems to be very close to him and on the attack. Morgenrood still third with Funamava fourth. In with Moss, and this is interesting. The race cam on his helmet really gives one the feeling of how bumpy it is in one of these powerful race cars. Let's enjoy the ride. Morgenrood's in third and on 22 points. He's on track for second in the championship, and somebody's off. It's George Verzeetnoot who loses it through the kink. He'd better get out of the way. That's Wyndham coming through, and no, George, that's not the way to celebrate your new title. This is Steve Wyndham, the very likeable Cape Townian who won his class in the previous heat. But he seems very relaxed, too relaxed in fact. There must be something wrong with his car. He's looking around in the cockpit, and there's the answer. Lots of smoke from the Toyota Sprinter, and that means only one thing, a blown engine. What a pity. He pulls off. There's George Verzeetnoot, who also seems to be going very slowly. He's had a perfect finishing record so far this season, so let's hope he'll make it 24 in a row. And there, in a safe but rather lonely first position in Class B, is Willie Hepburn. This is the little man with the big heart, Mr. V8 in South African motorsport, at work in the cockpit of his Opel record. It's only a master in action that makes it look that easy from the outside. The last lap, and Aberdein has pulled away a little bit from Terry Moss. Now, all of a sudden, Moss is right behind his teammate. There's something broken on the number 2 car. Or is this a deliberate slowdown on the part of Aberdein so that the two cars can circulate together around the historic last lap of the current Wesbank Modified Touring Car Challenge format? This is highly risky if in fact it is the case, because Morgenrood in third place would like nothing better than to catch them out. Well, they're definitely going slower, and it seems as though they're treating the final lap as a victory lap. And there's Morgenrood. He's caught right up to them. Are we in for a dramatic finale to this story? We're in car with Morgenrood, and he's right on the tail of Terry Moss. He floors it, but so do Moss and Aberdein. What's going on here? There's only 2 corners to go, and it's the Audi driver's high-stakes cat-and-mouse game with Morgenrood going to backfire on them. Now they're defending. Aberdein goes to the inside, Moss to the outside. Morgenrood goes in deep. They're holding their positions, and this is going to be how they'll finish. This is nail-biting stuff. Morgenrood stays in third and collects his 22 points to secure a second position in the championship behind his Sasol and Samcor teammate, Sarel van der Merwe. Aberdein takes his second victory for the day. Van der Merwe comes in fourth, Hepburn comes in fifth overall, with Neville Rousseau an creditable fifth in class and sixth overall. Charles Wilkin is an excellent 8th overall, just behind Peter Lindenberg, who also finishes second in Class B. They're the class victories for the second heat. Aberdein, Hepburn and Wilkin make it 2 in a row each, while Bezuidenhout finishes the season with 24 out of 24 finishes.
It's been a difficult year, but a fantastic ending. To have a 1-2 like this, the crowd responded. It was unbelievable when we had that final lap. The crowd went absolutely crazy. It's so sad, really, to see the end of this formula, but I guess it's the best way to go, and I'm really ecstatic, and the team has done a fantastic job. Rothmans and Audi, I mean, we've had a difficult season, but a fantastic ending. It couldn't have ended any better.
And just to crown Aberdeen's words, the ever-popular Willie Hepburn decided to treat the huge crowd to some donuts on the start and finish line. Some expensive rubber going up in smoke, but the crowd love it. And not to be outdone, superstar Sarel van der Merwe also decided to put on his farewell to the greatest spectacle in South African motor racing history. Adieu to the supercars of the Wesbank Modified Touring Car Challenge. And it's fitting that the great man also takes the final overall championship in this formula's last season. 3 of the 4 class winners came in the top 6 of this year's championship: Van der Merwe, Bezuidenhout and Wilkin.